You know
I
what's
repeat,
mad? Hey.
if the fear of going broke outweighs the joy of success, stay in your job. Because you're going to be broke.
You're going to be
You're
broke.
gonna, people are scared. You're scared of being broke. Just stay there.
So I just dropped my app, www.ChisoLifts.com. Online personal training. You got custom meal plans, custom training plans. With the training plans, you got a video showing you how to do all your exercises. You could log in your sets, your reps, the weights you use, and literally every month I changed up your plan. In the description, you got a code BESTU20 at the moment. You can use that to get a 20% discount for life.
I think one biggest problem that I think we find as people, especially is first thing I say is that when people see you as a strong person, a strong Ken, strong Chiso, strong Gabriel, they tend to think you're always all right.
You're always all right.
And I tell you this for free, we're not always all right.
You're always right.
And you know, and the hardest thing I found, even being Gabriel, and I say it as me, and I'm talking in the third person, is that it's hard to be vulnerable.
Oh man.
And when we always have this big facade, especially as men,
Especially when you're seen as a strong man.
and when you're seen as a strong person, everyone just seems to think you'll be all right. So you might put on an event, you might have your logistics company, you know, you might be, some of your friends may have never asked, oh, how's your day going?
Yeah.
How's the company going? Because they see Ken as a strong Ken.
Strong Ken,
and they always think Ken's all right, whereas sometimes we're not all right. Sometimes we want to be asked, how are things? You know, sometimes the support is just asking, how is it going? How's the day been? But sometimes people think you're always all right. And I repeat, nobody's all right. Like we're always trying to make things work.
Exactly.
Even with you being a millionaire, you're not all right.
Not right.
No, I know it sounds very stupid, but your brain is still taxed. Your brain is still working overload. And I think as men though, one thing, why sometimes people don't think we need help is because one of the biggest issues I found with men, and I'm going to generalize and say, our Achilles heel seems to be the inability to take criticism without being defensive. I repeat, the inability to take criticism without being defensive. It's a huge problem I found, especially with relationships with women as well. When a woman will come and say something to you that she's not happy about, and automatically we're on the defensive.
Bare man put it.
It's that inability to take criticism without being defensive. And sometimes I've realized that she's just listening. Sometimes that's solving of the problem, just listening. But as men, sometimes we always want to fix the problem without listening. And I'm trying my best now to unlearn so much behaviors so that people don't always see me as strong Gabriel. Because when you're so defensive sometimes, people automatically see you as strong. And there's no vulnerability for someone to even ask, oh, how is Ken? Or to say, Chiso's got an event, let me go and see him. I've now learned to try and be vulnerable so that people can come and see me as I'm not. I don't want to be strong. I'm like, I do want to be strong, but I don't want to be seen as someone that doesn't need, we all need help. And I like when someone can do something for me. Do you know what I mean? Like even when it comes to women, I say, even though you may not be able to give me anything financially, find something, find something to make my life convenient. Ask how my day is. You know what I mean? Like do something.
You see the reason why I don't even delve into that bring something to the table discussion, because bare times my greatest assets are always women. So let's say like if I put up a flyer right now, it's mostly girls who would phone up all their friends, round up.
But that is bringing something. But that is bringing something though.
So that's the reason. That is bringing something. That's the reason why I never get involved in that. Because
that table talk is
a lot of things that do well for me is because of the support that I've always had from women. So that's why when people are having all this, I just kind of just.
No, but the way I
stay out of it because it might apply to them, but I can't relate. So that's why I just.
I've not for the past, I'd say 6-7 years. There's nothing bad I can say about women.
Look at
for me, I'll tell you why.
Ken, I'll give you a prime example.
It's accountability.
Ken, I'll give you an example. If you go to his restaurant, so what was it last year when I was doing the things at your restaurant? The
brunches and
the brunches. Anytime I did a brunch at his restaurant, it would be all women, maybe 1 or 2 guys. Couple times there was no guys. Marvin, the same thing. On a normal day, it would be full of women. So when men are like, oh yeah, I need to go somewhere where there's girls, I'm like, right, how come you ain't in Gable's thing?
I didn't even know that.
You get me? Like you're asking me, like he's got a restaurant, you know him. Why haven't you been there?
What I will say is that, as I said, going back to the women conversation, is that when I say that for the past 6-7 years, a lot of the things that we've learned as men is be very toxic towards women. Very. Very. Even if you look at the words we use when it comes to sex, smash, hit,
Yeah.
beat, and
Yeah.
it's. I'm trying to get into a space now where I'm trying to be a bit more. I like to say I'm fair now, because so much things that we talk about women is very toxic, and don't come and think I'm doing nice guy. I still hate you lot. Don't think you lot still piss me off. Don't think I'm coming here to do very justice for you guys. No. What I'm saying though is that I always say that women are crazy, and women are crazy because men are stupid. I repeat, women are crazy because men are stupid. When we unlearn the toxic things we've had as men towards women, seeing them as disposable, like a lot of the things I've had to unlearn as men, because what we've learned with women is from media, from rap, growing up.
Yeah.
You just think about it. What did we grow up on? What was our... in the household, did we see mum and dad kiss?
Nope.
Did we see them hug?
Nope.
For some of us, not for everyone, but did we see them love? No. Did we see how they dealt with conflict?
No.
All we know
we
is...
did.
And it was very bad.
It was very bad, yeah.
It's very
Shouting,
bad.
arguing.
And when you come from that environment, it
you're right.
makes you deal with women in a certain way. And even when you look at women who are trying to earn now and make money, a lot of women who are trying to earn and make money, it's because they've seen what their mothers have gone through, and they said that they're not going to let any man have that power over them.
That changes them.
We don't realize the kind of dynamics.
I never thought of it that way.
That's what my mum went through with my dad.
Yeah.
You got to think of that dynamic of seeing your mum struggle and seeing your dad lord his power over her.
Yeah.
So sometimes when you see women are a bit hard, it's not because they want to be like that to men. It's that they've seen what their mothers, not all of them, but some of them have gone through. And then inadvertently it makes them now want to strive and earn so that no man will do that to them for what they've seen happen to their mum. So even when we're talking about girls, and you know, now that you're in a space now where you can, whether you like it or not, you can be extremely toxic if you wanted to, because you know that I always say that when you make money, you don't need to lie to women; they'll lie to themselves.
His mum will flog him. Hey, even though he's this big, his mum will flog him.
But
that's the truth.
You're in a space now where you can be extremely toxic if you want, because there's very few of you. Meaning, so when a woman gets to see the lifestyle, she's likely to take a bit more disrespect from you than she will from Joe from Car From Warehouse.
No,
so
I realised that.
So you now need to have maturity to navigate, because you can be, because even me with my little fake money, sometimes I do fake toxic sometimes, because I think,
Hey, you know what he was doing on January the 1st? He was doing... You.
What, tables,
When you had your tie, your bow tie,
what are you on about?
7 bottles of champagne.
I don't know what you're on about.
He convinced us to do 7 bottles of champagne.
I know it's on about. No, but I'll be real though. See,
looking after the babies.
You see, party gay, bro.
Yeah.
It's different to when I'm out partying.
Enjoyment.
There's a dynamic. It's enjoyment.
It's
and
enjoyment.
Unfortunately, if there's women around you, they're partying, you can't drink.
It's all funny.
It's all for you. It's all for you. I didn't buy it. I'm not alcoholic. I can't drink all this. It's all for you, bits. Pour it on your areola. No, but all jokes aside, though,
do that, man.
All jokes aside, though, I think money and women is a very interesting conversation, because as I said, like, the position you're in now, I think most guys want to be in business, even if you're not in business. Being a millionaire, that's like the goal. And I've always said to myself, when I do reach there, there's going to be another goal. After 1 mil, you want 10 mil. After 10 mil, you're now thinking, how can I become a millionaire?
You have to pay tax, you have to do this, you have to do that.
And it's weird that
it's weird, man.
people are going to hear you say 1 million is not enough. People are going to be like, what's this guy talking about?
It's not, man. Trust me, it's not.
I'm trying to word this so I don't sound bad.
It's not
enough.
It's not enough. It's not enough, bro. It's not enough.
Small fake change.
Yeah, it's not enough.
Somebody will look at what I've got and be like, oh my gosh.
From the other day, I turned on YouTube, then I've tweeted, I said, rah, this guy, little baby's in Icebox again. He's bought another chain, probably close to $1 million.
Yeah.
You get me?
It's not enough.
I saw that, I just flicked it over because I said, rah, how many episodes am I going to watch in a year of him going to Icebox and throwing like nearly $1 million in cash for a chain?
And the reason
so I was thinking to myself, rah, how he said it's not enough, someone like that is going to say, like the first meal is...
And you know what? The good thing that you said that, because the reason I say it's not enough, because the people that I'm around, 1 mil is change to them.
Change.
Oh,
you come from.
You know what?
They're like 50 mil, 100 mil. So to me, it's like I don't even want to even say that about mil. I just keep it.
But what I like though is this now is that you're now in settings now where people are doing better than you.
Yeah.
So now the motivation continues. The hunger is there. You're not just surrounding yourself with guys who are, I don't want to use the word beneath, but guys who are maybe not as affluent as you.
Or motivated.
And now these guys you're around, whether you like it or not, become your inadvertent mentors.
Because
you're now looking at them and seeing what they're doing, and they're giving you advice that you don't even know is advice.
Yesterday I was doing, not even yesterday, earlier I was in the morning, I picked up a guy from Kensington, and you know in Elephant Castles there are these new builds.
Yeah.
So he's like gone multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
He was talking about his business and all that, and he lives between San Fran, London, and Dubai.
Wow.
The reason why he's in Dubai and London mostly is because of tax reasons, isn't it? So he was saying that even in regards to that, he had to fight like 2 court cases in US in regards to tax reasons. And he was like, I said to him, how much is your lawyer fees? And he was like, take a rough guess. I was like, let me start off low for you, 100K. then he just started busting up laughing. He said, it cost him 2 mil. He won the case, and they didn't even send him like a letter of apology to say that my bad on our side. So he goes, I basically lost 2 mil.
Fighting the case,
Fighting the case. Then he goes, they tried to send him another letter about something in regards to 40 mil. And he goes, wow. He didn't even reply. He said to his lawyer that, when that comes, if it comes, he'll deal with it. Then after, he was looking through all his things like files, documents, and then he found the issue was on their side. Then he sent it to them, and they just say, he goes, he could have gone to his lawyer and gone again, and before you know it, he's like a few mil down again. Then his lawyer even said to him, he goes, they had another issue like a few years ago where he had to pay out 40 mil, and the lawyer said to him that you either go to court now and fight the battle with them, and it's going to cost you 40 mil over time, or you just pay it out and just save your time. So he was like, they just paid the 40 mil. So I said to him, if I wanted to do was talking about something in regards to logistics, the thing I was telling you yesterday, the course that I'm trying to get sorted. So he was like, if you're trying to do something like that, he was like, listen, one, don't scale up too big over there. Make your money over there, but he goes to a certain amount, because he goes, the moment you come big time, like what he is, he goes, even if you're playing at ball and all of that, when they see the kind of money that's in your account, they're still going to want more. They're going to want more for you. So he was like, your safe bet is being very good at that over here, or even trying to find a way to do it over like in Dubai. Because he goes, over there, like you'll be able to, you know what I mean? So he's like, he's made crazy amount of money over there, but he goes, at the same time, he feels like it was one of the worst moves he's made. So he's like, it's hit and miss. You get me? And he's moving his company from, because he was talking about my older brother lives in Austin. So he was like, a lot of tech companies and a lot of big companies, because he deals with, it's got nuclear something company. He goes, a lot of companies are moving to Austin, Texas, because it's a nice area, and also it's a lot cheaper in what you could get like for office space, and also taxes. Is, you know, in America it's different in each state, so taxes are a lot cheaper in Texas. So he was saying that he's going to move out there and hopefully expand even more. Because they're already deep in.
If you could speak to the younger you, what would you say to him?
Patience and persistence.
Okay.
Is the key to anything in life.
Okay.
You have to be patient. You know, anything you do, you going on a date with your missus, with your family, friends, with life, and with patience comes understanding, and you have to understand everything you do. You know, it's like how I couldn't understand something, but then I researched it, then I understood it, and then I added that service to my other company, and then by the time I knew, I had like 7 different services, and then persistence means, regardless of what, you see, life is crazy. You're gonna be tested all the time in life. You know, death, friends, bad news, everything, relationship, depression, mental problems. You know, I've gone through so much mental health problems and stuff, and you know, and all of that stuff. Persistence is that whatever you go through in life, that life throws at you, pick yourself up, dust yourself up, and just keep going. Try to achieve what you've got in mind and what you have. You know, people tell you, you can't do this, it's Ken, he's crap, he can't do this, blah, 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 don't do this. But just keep going, you know, and don't see your situation how you are now. Like, if I saw how I was before, when I had my 800-pound van, rusty, beat down, and I was using that van to do food deliveries in the Chinese shop, making what, £100 every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? The graft, the hustle. But I didn't see myself as that broke person with a rusty van. I was looking at, I'm going to be the Ken that I am now. Do you see where I come from? But because I understood that and I looked at the long-term goal, and a lot of the young kids now, they're so in a rush to trying to live a life that they actually can get to that life in the later on in the future, but they're trying to live that life now because they see Stormzy, they see this footballer, they see all of these people living that life and everything. But you have to understand is that when you're patient and you're persistent and you keep pushing through and you keep sticking to your main goal and sticking to your main hustle and sticking to whatever that you want to achieve, you're gonna get there. It's just a matter of time. You know, the universe will make a way and God will make a way for you to get to where you need to get to. But patience, the 2 P's, I call it the 2 P's, patience and persistence. That's it. Okay. You know, so and to me, I can only say that looking back now is, you know, that I actually did. I was patient. And I was persistent. Are you willing
to have any young boys maybe shadow you? If there's maybe someone watching now who's got a son who may be, I don't know, 17, 18.
Definitely.
If they're willing to be an apprentice and maybe come in and just maybe shadow and work and see what you do, would you be open to that?
I'll be 100% open to that. You can do a day of my life, see what I do on a day-to-day basis, going from my offices to different businesses. I mean, I'd be more than happy to do that because I feel like, you know, this is real life. You know, you also see me, not every day I'm, you know, driving nice cars. Most of the days I'm in my van, just that van with a radio, capital extra on the van, you know what I'm saying? So you see I'm in a construction site with my hard hat, you know, arguing with the site managers, with my guys and trying to understand what my foreigner workers are saying. You know, so you get to see all these different stuff.
They're cussing you.
They're cussing you. You know what I'm saying? So it's not every day, but the best thing about this is the reward that you get. And you know what a lot of people say about financial freedom. My financial freedom is living off your own resources. It's like nobody can fire me. You know, I don't have to come to the office and I'm scared that my job is on the line. You know, or that I have to kiss one of the area managers' ass to get a promotion.
So what, you're basically telling me no one can tell me to put my phone in the locker?
Yeah. But there's a but though. There's a but.
How is there a but?
There's a but.
Tell me.
There's a but. Whether you like it or not, your contractors and your customers are your bosses.
No, they're not.
They are.
I'm providing a service. I'm their boss.
No. I tell you why I say that. Because if you told them you're going to provide this amount of people, and you don't, there's still stipulations in your contracts. Because what it is that I tell you what it is. There's one thing when people get into business. I remember one guy says to me, "I can't wait to open my own business so that no one can tell me what to do." And I said, the moment you think that, you'll be out of business.
Yeah, you're right.
Because your customers are your bosses. You see your customers.
Your contractors, you're right.
They're everything, and people, and I get what you mean, because no one can fire you. You're right, because as long as you stick within your parameters of what you're meant to do,
you're so right.
You're right.
You're so right.
But the moment you kind of feel that you're that.
I'm the big shot.
Andy. What do you mean?
No one.
What do you mean? Do you not see me in the cafe in Harrods? Did you not see Habibi looking at me? Habibi look at me. Habibi watching me.
I remember that video. You're eating your ham sandwich.
Exactly. So now I do get your point, but I just think that.
You're talking
a lot of people go into business with sometimes with the idea. Remember, you've grafted, so you've been able to be under authority. Okay, to be able to now go on top of it. So you've been able to do humble Ken and work and graft. That's why you're there. And I always say to people that if you don't know how to graft, don't go into business.
Don't go into business,
Because there's a graft which you're gonna have to do before you get to this comfortable part.
It's a different kind of graft, and it's not for everybody. You have to. And the thing is,
bro, anything self-employed, if you haven't got that will to get up and
the gift of the gap
yourself, just don't do it.
Don't do it.
Because once you're not seeing what you want to see, you're gonna be so demotivated so quickly.
Easy.
Like, it's gonna break your.
The money's not coming in.
Because like you said, pigeons. You're gonna have. Remember when you said you were delivering the Chinese shop and all of that.
£100 every 2 weeks.
To some people, it's like you get me. But to you, you kind of knew that even if I've paid petrol, I paid all of this, and I've got the bare minimum. It was the start up to know where you were gonna go to. But a lot of people ain't gonna have that will to.
And I think it's fine to all. I always say I think it's also fine to have a 9 to 5.
Yeah,
it's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody.
I always say that I always try to enforce the normalization of being in a job. There's plenty of people who are doing 9 to 5s who've got make more money than me. There's money in being a 9 to 5. There's CEOs. There's people getting bonuses which are almost like 200k bonuses a year. So there's nothing wrong with getting a day job. And I always say that if If the fear of going broke outweighs the joy of success, stay in your job.
You know
I
what's
repeat,
mad? Hey.
if the fear of going broke outweighs the joy of success, stay in your job. Because you're going to be broke.
You're going to be
You're
broke.
gonna. People are scared. You're scared of being broke. Just
stay
there.
Stay in your 9 to 5.
And
I get your paycheck by paycheck every month.
Stay there because, mate, the pepper.
Yeah,
the pepper you will see when you're opening your own business.
Man, the pepper. Every morning I used to wake up when I had my business. Actually, I'm going to close it down today. I'm going to call company house and tell them to close it. And then every day I never did, but I was saying it to myself. I'm going to close it. 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 And then I call company house and I hang up the phone. Honestly, it's a battle. And then when I used to get like £100 every 2 weeks, I was like, how am I going to live on this? I couldn't pay rent. I had to borrow money from my brothers. I didn't even have money for my van. And I didn't even put £20. I was like, what am I doing? But I knew that I had to keep going. And
but what I do like about the conversation though is that you can see how someone gets to a position from the grassroots, and you can see, and one thing I like to focus on is that anything that he was asked to do that he didn't know, what did he do? He went to go and research.
I said yes, I'll be back, and I went to
Google's your friend.
Yeah.
Literally, there's nothing he didn't go into that he didn't say, I can do it, just give me a second.
Yeah. And then
go and do the research. And that shows you that we're not building aeroplanes.
Exactly.
It's not disrespect to what you're doing, but and no one's building aeroplanes.
No one's building airplanes.
It's literally research.
It's easy, research.
Somebody wants 20 people to work in a construction site, no problem. Hire agency, do you have any people with CSA cards yet? No problem. Yeah. How much are you charging? £15 an hour, no problem. Hi there, it's Charlie here. Do you know what? We're really short of staff member, but I've been able to drag from somewhere, but unfortunately it's going to be £25 an hour.
Exactly.
Is that fine? 25, no problem. Hi guys, I want £17 an hour, no problem. £25 an hour. Okay, 1 second. What I've got to do is that they've got a retainer of 3 months. I can pay you in 5 months. When they've given me the money in 3 months, no problem.
It's so easy.
It's literally
that's it. And this is all I was doing. I was playing snakes and ladders and doing the puzzle. I call it Tetris. Getting this piece, putting it together. Putting it together. And then after I've mastered that piece, then I go into a different service, and then I do the same. All I was doing is that I was the middleman. I was using, how do we say this in the road? I was using the road mentality, the corporate mentality. Do you see where I come from? So it's like somebody call you your bro. You got this this ounce. You be like yeah. You call this person, my man wants this. I say this number. Drink on top. That's all it is. Do you know? I always say to myself, the smartest people that out there, the best businessmen out there are drug dealers. I swear to God. If they use that concept in the corporate field, they'll be amazing. And plus, the drug dealers have so much pressure because they always have to look over their shoulders. I don't have that kind of pressure. You know what I'm saying? This is all I say to all. I said, these guys, the drug dealers and those scammers that they do. I don't know if you know the guy called Hush Puppy and everything. All these guys, they're the smartest business people in the world. But obviously they use it for the wrong way. But I'm just saying, if they actually thought about the same concept that you're using in the street, you can use it on the corporate thing. But you just have to learn the corporate lingo.
Language.
That's it. That's the only difference. You have to talk to them. And if you don't know somebody that, if you don't know how to talk to them, and you just
get someone to do it.
But
another thing I like, which he hasn't really spoken on much though, is how he's diversified in his business. Meaning this: if the removals wasn't making money that day, the deliveries was. If the deliveries not making money that day, the construction is. So even though it's all under one house, he has several different avenues to make money. So if that's not making money that day, this one is.
Exactly.
If it's all in the same business.
Same business, all in the same umbrella, but different service. And it's so funny that you said that because during lockdown there was no removals. There was no constructions. What was popping during lockdown? Deliveries.
Uber Eats, delivery, all of that.
Uber Eats and delivering those COVID swabs in all the different pharmaceuticals. And what company was doing that? Us. And what happened? The government was so desperate for us to do that. I was making up figures in my head and just said, boom, boom, boom. This is how much. Mate, I made so much money in that 2020 that it was just ridiculous. So this is what I'm saying. It's like I had different services. So if the removals was dead because I couldn't go to people's houses, the construction was dead because
you couldn't even get plaster anyway. There was no plaster.
It was just deliveries. So I had things that were just COVID proof, and I had different services that I can rely on. If this one is not working, I got this one. And you get to the stage that one day all of them will be popping, and when all of them are popping, which actually happened, then that means the amount that you're going to be getting paid will double, and that means that you get closer to making your millions. And this is what happened to me. Honestly, I have to say to you guys that the lifestyle I'm living now and what I have now and what I've accumulated, I only thought this would be possible when I was 18, 20 or 21, 22, being an NBA player. When I had my basketball dreams and goals, I used to imagine, man, I want to be driving this car, I want to be wearing this and that. You know this, Chisel, man. This is all we was thinking about. We didn't think about anything else. Business? What business? I'm trying to make it to the league, man. You know what I'm saying?
Did I tell you the other day how a few men we know put all their whole life into that and literally lost their mind, where everyone had this dream of, by the time I'm this, like when we're like young, like 16, going to 18, everyone's going to go to America, everyone's going to take over there and blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, everyone in America is thinking the same thing. You get what I'm saying?
And everybody in America are better than you.
Are thinking the same thing. They be playing longer than you. Then also, not even only that,
and they're taller than you, jump higher than you.
And there's people from even harder situations, harder backgrounds than us, who are grafting harder. Then there's us who is thinking, right, we're just gonna go there and blitz through everything, and
that's
life in reality hits you. And a couple of people that I was talking to you about the other day, who they literally lost their mind due to
they can't bounce back.
They couldn't bounce back. All they knew was basketball, and they didn't have no plan B, no plan C, or anything beyond that. Where, remember, I stopped playing when I was 13 years ago, from 2021, 2008. So my last season was just before I turned 23.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was just like, one day I said, right, I'm just going to play out this season.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm not going to play ball no more.
That was it.
And everyone was just like, what? I said, I got adult things to do.
Yeah.
And the man was like, yeah, but you can, I was like, no. Like
23, that was young. You're still in your prime.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not playing no ball at all. Like, literally, my mind was just
done.
Yeah, it was just done. It was just like fixated on grinding. So, literally, I remember like I was working at Carphone Warehouse, like literally after that, and just, you know what I mean, trying to figure out myself. So, it's a thing that a lot of men still, even now in their 30s, they're still stuck in the past.
Yeah, they can't move on.
Yeah, they prioritize going to a scrimmage than working.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So, you know that, right, you might have, where it comes to where, you see, like, I'm not even going to push the Money Main statement of the 24 hours here, but I get it from the concept of where, so you know that, right, you're not making X and O money that you need. You're working a job you don't like.
Yeah.
Instead of you trying to find like a little side hustle, you're just literally like, where Gabriel said, what was it, like 40% of people are like one paycheck away from
40% of
people broke.
Being homeless.
40% of people.
Yeah. So
you're right.
Instead of you trying to find an extra hustle to try and step out of that, you're coming to Flax, man, Brixton, Rec. You're coming to every single scrimmage every night. So like yesterday, I met the first person I picked up in my car yesterday when I was doing Uber. Watches the YouTube channel. And he was like, "Rah, you really live what you talk about." I said, "Wow, like you have to." You know what I mean? I can't be there telling you like, "Rah, go do this and go do that."
And you're
while
not doing it.
In my head, I'm here chilling. I said, "Rah," it was like this. I took a long nap during the afternoon. And I woken up and I was like, "Rah, I'm not going to be able to sleep till about 3 o'clock."
Wow.
So one of my boys that I ain't seen in a few years, he moved to Croydon now. You know Karim?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Karim moved to Croydon now.
Okay.
And he's been trying to link up with me. But I said to him, "Rah, no offense, bro, like, you get me? Like, I'm always busy at this time of night. You always busy in the day and I got stuff to do in it. But I'm like, one day I'm going to link up with you in it." So I've got up now, jumped in my car. Oh, I was just like, "Rah, until I make £100, I'm not coming back into the house." You get me? I made £100. I was in flipping Brixton, lucky enough. Sweating to Morley's. got a little chicken and chips. And I said, "Rah, now I can go sleep." Instead of blowing home to bed. But it's like nearly every night over the past. So I put back the badge in my car like about a month ago. But every single night over the past like week, any night that I know I can't sleep, I just jump in my car and start working.
That's mad.
And I'll say to myself,
hustle, man.
Unless I hit £100, I'm not going to sleep.
Yeah.
Some days I hit 150.
Yeah.
Some days I hit more.
Minimum 100.
Yeah. But if I don't hit that, I can't come back to my house.
Yeah.
So like there was one time here, I hit £80 there, and I was right there at the top of the road. literally, the person I dropped was at the top of the road, and I said to myself,
I can actually just go in.
I should just go in, brother. You know what happened? I picked up someone, picked up a next person. Next minute, I was in West London. I got past £100, but now I'm stuck in West. So I hit 160. I hit 160 before coming back. But I said to myself, right, I could have gone in then, but my mind now is, if I get in that car and I go out, every time I'm out in that car, if I don't hit £100, I can't come back in. I have to stay out. Even if it takes me the whole day, I have to stay till I hit.
That's persistence.
But it's never going to take the whole day. But it's just one of the things where I'm telling people that, you need to find, you need to basically get uncomfortable to get comfortable. And a lot of people are not. A lot of people are not willing to get uncomfortable. Where there's one of my brethren who, every time I'm always talking to him about this, and even last night, like he's messaged me like and he goes, because I must have posted something when I was walking in Brixton. And he's like, you're out working, and I said, and he goes, you're really out there grinding. And I said to him, I told you what you need to do, because you're gonna forever stay in a mode where you're always you're always gonna complain about you can't do this and you can't do that, or you're gonna need to borrow money off people all the time to, you know what I mean? And at our age where we are, we can't live life like that forever. Like we can't be in our mid-30s owing man money. Like
that's mad.
You start to lose friends.
And respect.
You know what I mean? Because there's certain people I don't talk to where they've only borrowed £200. But you said to me that, you could pay me back.
I probably get 30 phone calls a day, and yo, bro, how are you doing? How you doing? I need a big favor from you. Delete. I know exactly what you're gonna say.
I know what you're gonna say.
I'm not a bank. And then when you don't give them money, or when you don't lend them money, what happens? They don't want to talk to you.
They don't want to talk to you.
Bro, every single day I get 20 messages. Oh, bro, can you do me a favor? Oh, the bailiff's at my house. This is my fault. The bailiff's at your house. I just need £500, so I'll give my to you. I said no. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, it's man. These are friends that are older than me.
But these
are friends that are 40s. Bro, that are older than me, and I'm thinking, bro, at 40, and you're having bailiffs coming at your house, and you don't have £500.
But you know what it is? It's
not my problem.
It comes back to what Gabriel said about you could be making 80,000 and you can still not have money, because a lot of people are not good with money management. It doesn't matter how much money they earn. They're still not going to be able to. They're still never.
The outgoing is too much, and they spend it on stupid stuff that don't bring them more passive income.
And earlier on, you mentioned something. You mentioned something about even though you've got this, you've got your house, you've got blah 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 where you live, etc. etc. But you mentioned that after all of that, you could literally, let's say that the $250 a month you mentioned, that's what, just food.
Food, food, and just my normal, like, I budget myself with the $250. If I need to go out and take a girl on a date, I say myself, that money's coming out the $250, so I have to be careful.
What's wrong with that?
The game will turn around. Hey, before I'll say that, the most stingiest people I know when it comes to dating are all my rich friends. But is it important? Wait. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why they could be stingy. So where he lives is very nice, and it's got like.
No, that's enough. Don't mention too much, because they might be able to clock.
You've got a lot of nice amenities. So I might say to a girl, do you want to come over? And she'll be like, first date, you're just trying to get me to your house. And he could say the same thing and say, let's go to this in the apartment and do this and do that and do this and do that. So he's got options in there that can save him money. I haven't got those options.
But what you have to remember though is that when a woman can see your lifestyle, you don't need to spend.
Gabriel.
You're forgetting. It's very important that you're forgetting that he doesn't need to. You can go to a cafe. You can go to a cafe and just order panini and something.
Brother, he's got Costa in his hand. He can say, let's go across the road and do a Costa date. I'm done.
But it's so true, because they know that what you have.
Exactly, you don't need
to. It's so cool. This is so crazy. Is that when I go on date, I go on coffee dates.
Rich privilege.
I go on coffee dates, we talk, chill, and then if I like that person more, then we can go on a proper date. But I keep my budget low. Because I don't know, man. I just don't.
Remember, you're in a position now that you don't need to. Not saying we go on dates to impress financially, but you're in a position now where because she can see the lifestyle. She can see the McLaren. She can see whatever. Anyone who knows money can look at the little accessories and be like,
real.
You don't need to do it. You don't need to do
impress.
much.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah,
you don't.
And when you don't have it, you want to impress.
You don't,
and you want to show it off because you don't really have it. And this is how I was. Like somebody used to always say to me is that fake it to make it, and I used to fake it a lot. All my
waste and spunk money.
Oh, fake it a lot. But what I realized that when I was faking it, I was conditioning my mind to live that lifestyle. So when I do make it, I will know how it feels. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was kind of in a way of manifesting, you know, living that life, even though I wasn't, because I was believing I am this person, I am this, you know, even though I wasn't. Now I can fully say to you is that the lifestyle I was living back then a long time ago and everything, you know, I'd fully manifested to how it is today. You know, so this is what I was saying, fake it to make it was what I was living. And then while you make it now, you don't want to spend.
Great episode today with Gabriel and Ken. I had to turn this over before we started filming. You lot can't see my thoughts. Stay tuned, more to come.